Hey, ladies and germs. Welcome back to the CayVin Universe podcast. And if you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Vinny Vasquez, joined by my better half, Caylin. How you doing, babe?
I'm doing good today. Today is Mother's Day. It's really been such a special day, all because of you, honestly. Yeah, and I feel like, too, I feel like it's, my first official Mother's Day, so I really got to, embrace it. Considering last year, I did have a Mother's Day, but with a day-old baby, so it's I was probably too tired to even remember or do anything, so...
Right? Yeah. Well, that's good. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers around the world.
Yes.
Try to make it special for you. We got some more plans afterwards, so we'll keep this podcast nice and sweet. I even gave you the pre-pod piping before the episode.
A little TMI, but yes, you did.
What'd you think about Baby Reindeer? You know, we got a lot of entertainment going on.
I feel
a lot of new fresh stuff.
Oh, yes. I was just going to say, a lot of new stuff on TV and streaming coming out. But, no, honestly, I didn't really get the hype until I watched it. It's really just, a super deep show. You know what I mean? And I feel like the thing that I respected most about it was that I don't know if anybody else knows this, but the actor that actually played, him in the show is the actual guy that actually lived through it all. So honestly, I thought it was really...
Yeah, he's on TikTok, showing DMs and stuff. Look, this is real.
Yes, because literally the lady is trying to say that she didn't do any of that. She recently did this interview on Piers Morgan, and Piers Morgan's literally did you not send him 13,758 emails, blah, 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 naming all of these things. Yes, naming all of these things, and she's just no, that's not true.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, I mean, sucks for that guy, but kind of I don't know, that's quite a journey.
Honestly, yeah, and I thought it was...
you're a failed comedian only to, your big thing is the fact that you're being stalked.
Yeah.
That's your big story, but then he liked it, so...
He did like it, and there's other instances of the story too, spoiler alert kind of, if for nobody who has seen it, but he actually was sexually assaulted and stuff. So the fact that I thought it was very brave of him to actually have to act those out again after already probably having trauma from what actually really happened.
True, but sure, that's a lot of comedians, a lot of people that love comedy. It's you live through trauma and you live through comedy in a way to cope through trauma.
Right.
So that's why a lot of messed up people are addicted to comedy and dark humor and things like that, because it's
very true.
After dealing with so many messed up situations, all you can do is just find the humor and laugh at anything. That's why so many cops and people in the military have such a crazy / great sense of humor, because they live through traumatic times where they depend on that sense of humor to keep them going.
Right, exactly.
So it's kind of
yeah. And honestly, in whatever helps you.
Yeah, speaking of dark sense of humor, we got to finish the Tom Brady roast.
We do.
That's what I mean. This is bringing it back. I've always been a fan of dark humor myself, and this whole cancel culture thing I've always thought it was bullshit since day one. Because for certain things, yes, it's right, but to cancel comedians, especially for jokes or things they say about this person or this person, it's it's comedy. Even back in medieval times, the king had a gesture to keep him humble. To basically one guy that was allowed to talk shit about everyone in the town, including the king and his wife and everyone, just to keep him humble.
Yeah.
And because there's a lot of truths in the dark humor.
Yeah. The only thing about that was I was really shocked to find that it was 3 hours long, but then it made sense when I realized it was a live stream previously. True. But yeah, we got about an hour into it, and so far so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty funny, and I was actually yesterday years old when I found out that some of the jokes are written for them. Because you kind of made me realize, these people, especially the football players that were on there with him, they are not they're not actual comedians, Yeah. So
well, there was one that I want to go back on, because somebody made a note about that there, obviously somebody wrote Gronk's, but he did write one joke himself, and it got a laugh, and he was like, "Oh, I wrote that one. I don't know if this is exaggerated or if that's really, he was just happy that the joke that he wrote, with the one joke that he wrote actually got a pop, but yeah.
You said Gronk, and it made me think of me. No, it's not real money.
Oh yeah.
Me know that not real money.
Gronk's just a big typical,
I knew that.
Just a big doofus.
Yeah.
No, but we love Gronk. I mean, I wonder, you think people are going to start blocking all these celebrities that were at the roast? You hear about this new celebrity blackout trend? of 2024 after the Met Gala.
I like vaguely heard something about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, and number one, that's what worries me because I'm like this is. I'm not gonna put a gender on this thing, but it's like I don't know. It's like you would think you would know more and it would come more on your feed and things because it involves like people like what's her name, Haley Bailey. See, people I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like it involves
Emma Chamberlain.
Yeah, people like that. Like, but why is it coming out my? Maybe TikTok knows I got a little bit of a conspiracy theorist feed, but yeah. So number one, that worries me, and two, speaking of trend, that's something I'll touch on, a point I'll make at the end of this. But let's break it down. So basically, yeah. So we had the Met Gala, and it kind of made people start realizing, or at least TikTok start realizing that a lot of people at this Met Gala it's starting to look like the Hunger Games, and so yeah. $75,000 a ticket. Well, there's homeless out in the street, a few blocks away. Average American can barely afford food and basic necessities.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty deep when you go back and forth like that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was the wrong video.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it was kind of that, and people were just kind of talking about it. And then it was really this Haley Bailey bitch. What's her name? She's the one because she actually said the famous quote, "Let them eat cake," and kind of started a revolution.
Haley Bailey just deleted her Let Them Eat Cake video.
Let them eat cake.
Here, take the bomb.
After all the backlash she received where she accidentally started a revolution against all celebrities. This comes after Haley Bailey posted an 8-minute apology video, but it didn't go well either.
I am truly so sorry.
But it made people even more mad because she said she wasn't an elite.
Because I'm not elite, I'm a normal person.
But many pointed out she lives in an elite apartment in New York where she pays $17,000 per month, which is around $200,000 a year on her rent.
We're inside a $17,000 a month apartment in Soho.
This backlash started after she posted a video at the Met Gala using the Let Them Eat Cake sound, which caused people to call her out of touch, referencing this sound to Marie Antoinette, Queen of France, when she was told her people couldn't afford bread. Then she supposedly said, "Let them eat cake," as over 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Many can't afford to buy groceries, and with all the current issues happening around the world, which made people start the blockout revolution against all celebrities, unless celebrities start speaking about issues and give back.
The way that she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
And I hope that apology video didn't entail with, "Oh, I had no idea, blah, 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 blah," because it's like,
it was like an
no.
8-minute apology video. Like,
Okay.
So she's losing her mind basically in those 8 minutes.
Yeah, probably. But that's what I mean too. Like, she obviously, like, even like her attire for the Met Gala was like giving Marie Antoinette. So
Yes,
it's like,
yes.
she did it on purpose. And you cannot tell me that she did not know that she was doing something wrong.
Oh, and I think I just saw I think some of these celebrities are turning back and kind of like Kylie Jenner. She actually did a photo shoot with her daughter dressed as Marie Antoinette. So they're kind of trolling back, but hey, these are the enemies, people.
Yeah.
But then this is the problem because, like I said, it's on TikTok. Again, non-American companies showing us things that these American companies won't show us. Interesting.
Exactly.
Which gets to another point of something that we're going to talk about that should be national news, but it's not, and it's only on TikTok. Again, non-American company.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love my country. I just don't trust the government. But yeah, so it's just like, yeah, completely out of touch. All these elites are getting blocked. My problem is they're getting blocked and unfollowed a little too slow. So all these people on TikTok are posing, yeah, we're starting the revolution. How long before y'all find something else to follow and y'all just jump off of that trend and jump on new trend? That's the problem with TikTok too. It's like, yeah, it shows us a lot of things and we get our eyes open to a lot of things, but what are we going to do about it? There's, there is strength in numbers, but is there strength in attention span?
Right.
Because that's why we are in the position that we are, where we're starting to get mad. How long has entertainment and Hollywood and pop culture been around? Now we're just starting to get mad, and it's like, because we're essentially the ones that put these people in these positions. Why? Because our short ADD attention span and just like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that movie was good. Let's make them superstars. It's like, so how long before this trend drops off and you're like, oh, okay, the Jenners and Kardashians are cool again. It's like, and then you're just going to fall right back into the same trap. And yeah,
really.
This is why people Like it's so much better just to leave this shithole than to have to deal with this.
Yeah, it's really too like it's a lot of like monkey see, monkey do. I feel like with these people, like you said, like they just see other people doing it and they're just like, oh, I don't have anything else to do. Let me just hop on this. And it's like, yeah. And again, too, with the Haley Bailey girl or whatever, like, yeah, she cannot say that she's a normal person. Like I
don't even know who she is. She's a nobody
neither
to
do
me.
I
don't even follow her. So, but they say that even if you don't follow them, still going and blocking them helps their engagement. And what's interesting, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to get these thoughts out, that you see there's videos on TikTok you can look up where you see the trends of them losing followers and then trying to buy back their followers and then losing them again. It's like, let them waste their money. But
yeah,
I mean,
like that's really gonna put a dent in your pocketbook.
We live in such a dystopia, but like I said, there's nothing we can do because our life is so small and precious in this timeline that by the time we can do something, it's like, this is generational wealth, industry plants,
Nepo babies,
years and years and hundreds of years of tight new, of the elite group, which we'll get into.
Yeah. Just what I was gonna add was that she just like has no right to be saying that she's a normal person because, yeah, with probably the money in her account and the followers that she has on social media makes her not a normal person.
Well, this episode is definitely getting shadow banned because we're talking about things that this certain platform doesn't want us to talk about, including something that should be national news, but again, it's only viral on TikTok, which is a company not owned here in America.
Yeah.
Not connected to, doesn't have the American clause in them to say, no, push this agenda and do this so we can scratch your back. But this is viral on TikTok, but should be on Fox, CNN, and everything else.
Which you should add before you play is that it's been taken down everywhere else, and you over here got it before.
Yes, I had to literally every time I found it, I had to save it because every time you save it and go back to, or I would have to save it to my phone because if you just saved it on TikTok and try to go back to it an hour later, it was taken down.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Why are you sitting here?
So these are kick streamers with Bradley Martin.
Spoke about to her.
We've just been talking.
Really?
Yeah, we've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal.
Can you pronounce that name? So
Herschel Weingrod.
So Herschel Weingrod. So this kick streamer, how do you say? I don't even, because I'm not even keen to this kick streamers. Vitality or Vitally or
I think it's Vitality.
Anyway, him and Bradley Martin, I've always been a fan and followed Bradley Martin since he first started out, before even it was Bradley Martin. I mean, I'm not going to be one of those guys, but I've just been a fan of Bradley Martin for a long time, and it just so happened that he joined him. He's been going viral on Kick for basically catching pedophiles, and he streams it while he does it. And his first pedophile of the day was this American screenwriter, that's involved in some popular movies that you might recognize, like Space Jam, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, Trading Places, one of my mom's favorite movies. Very rich, very known screenwriter that's been in the business for quite a while, and he's caught with a 15-year-old girl.
How old is she?
I have no idea.
Lila, how old are you?
I'm sorry. She was 23 on a dating site. All we've done is
So she didn't tell you how old she was?
She did.
She did?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She said she was 15.
How did she tell you how old she actually is?
She said she's 15.
She said she's 15. Why are you here? Why are you sitting here?
I'm just having a...
With a fucking...
He's so scared.
Piece of pizza.
Bradley Martin 260, baby.
It's not against the law.
You think that's okay?
I think it's not against the law.
It's not against the law.
He's
Is that all you spoke about to her?
But I'll get to that.
We've just been talking.
The eerie, he's scared at first, but the eerie part that people point out is this. When he's waiting on the street, he kind of looks back to get a look at everyone's face, turns around and has a smirk like this isn't over.
Can I walk with you? Mom?
And I think that smirk is the reason why Vitality and Bradley Martin are afraid for their life, and things like this are happening. Basically lost his Kick contract. But I think this was more after he caught a...
Mom, we're all good. Mom, don't cry.
A whole nother story.
Mom, shit happens.
His mom's all crying. Yeah.
That's...
And before we done talking about this, I just thought my favorite part about this was when they popped the boy or girl. None of this is funny, but this is like is a dark humor. Oh no, is that it? Or is it that?
Trying to meet a 15-year-old. Oh shit! I'm sorry, it's not a boy. It's a girl.
And then this dude goes and hides behind his security. But yeah.
This is just also insane to me. Like, he was so scared. Like, he
got caught.
Yes, because he knew he did something wrong.
And what's going to happen? Nothing. What has happened? Nothing. Has it been covered anywhere else?
Yeah.
No.
This guy looks like he's on his deathbed. Why does
And he's
these
trying to meet a
companies
15-year-old girl.
Yeah, why do these companies care, like, to save him or not?
Because it's power. Like I said, not to go on a religious tirade again, but, you know, there's a reason why all these elites are desperate to be so powerful here on Earth. It's because they know when their time is up, they got to answer to somebody, people.
His time is up.
They're desperate to be powerful here and to stay here as long as they can and to be like the fucking Rockefellers and to be fucking 170-year-old snake person. They're desperate because, like I said, when this is all over, they got to answer to somebody, people. Let's look at something crazy.
Can I hit the Nick?
No. Why do you want to hit it?
I just want to hit it, man.
Okay.
This is reverse bullying in 2024.
Bro.
No, don't.
Little
no,
kid,
hey, bro, don't do
little
that.
like.
Hey.
Why does he have that?
Very bad. Nicotine is bad for you. Very. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Nicotine's bad. I'm telling you, nicotine's bad, bro. It's in the water. You want to bet?
Throw it back in the water.
We've gone full circle. Instead of peer pressuring and bullying people to smoke, now we're bullying little 10, 12-year-olds that are sneaking nicks.
Oh my god, that makes me like, oh.
It's funny. It's like, yeah. It's like you feel bad at me because technically, I don't know. It's
My
it's
favorite.
Like a mind
I did like the little jump when he's like, no.
It's like literally you're throwing a fit.
Give it back.
You're throwing a fit because you can't have your nicotine. But this is good. This is bullying here.
Yeah, I think the next thing was, I can tell my mommy.
You can tell your mom you took a nick. Did you hear about that portal that they connected? It's basically like a live FaceTime, 24/7 FaceTime between Dublin, Ireland and New York.
I have not heard about that.
Oh, yeah. So it's like basically like it's like the new 2024 art piece. Is just like, yeah, it's a portal that basically connects these two cities. And this is why we can't have nice things, because the trolling is already beginning. So Ireland says, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. And then...
Oh my god, we can't have anything nice.
Yes, but I wanted retaliation. I want them to send them a video or show them Conor McGregor getting knocked out. But no, this is the best New York can do.
You could have pulled up anything on your phone and you pulled up a potato.
The great potato famine.
God. At least make it loaded.
Right. At least make it loaded.
Just a plain potato.
Oh gosh.
Okay there.
Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, I want to know what else is going on, or what else they pull out. This is something to keep track of.
We gotta visit this.
Yeah,
one day.
No, but man, we already been going a little bit, and we do got plans, and I already know this episode's gonna be shadow banned anyway, so we might as well just wrap it up there. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, yeah. No Squanchy Show this week. Got Mother's Day obligations. People got some pipe delay, and yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
But yes, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Of course, like and subscribe. The Squanchy Show will be returning next week. Go back and watch the other Squanchy shows that I'm going to be posting. Patreon.com/CayVin, or just download the Patreon app on your iPhone. Search CayVin. You get the Apple Pay right there. Free trial, whatever you need, people. Merch. Check out the links for merch. Check out our link tree for merch. Caylin, what else?
Make sure you follow us on all social media at CayVin Universe. And quick announcement, don't forget, I guess I don't know why I said don't forget. Just forget that. Forget I said that. Wrestling fans, we actually just uploaded a new episode to the Jobber Circle Wrestling podcast. If you're into watch-alongs, you're into wrestling, WWE, Royal Rumble, check it out.
Yes, and hopefully Jobber Circle will be returning weekly, so subscribe to that on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, social media, at Jobber Circle. They're hitting our music, people.
And I got to get my pipe laid.
You got to get your Wait, but wouldn't be your pipe.
Yeah, your pipe.
You gotta get my pipe.
I gotta lay your pipe.
You gotta lay my pipe.